Hi, welcome back to another video. Good to see you again. Thank you for returning if you've seen some of my other videos, and thank you for popping by if you haven't and just giving me a chance. My name's Shameful. I do. I roll my dice, but I also run the RPG channel here, and I mainly talk about OSR style games. And what I'd like to talk to you about today is, well, here's what I'd like to talk to you about. Do you love OSR style games? So I've got Swords and Wizardry Complete Revised here. Love it. Or White Box, or behind me, if you can see, I've got Osric and Beckme and some other games, and other ones are in the cupboard under the stairs and things like that. But I love me some OSR games. I absolutely adore them. I do. Look at this beautifulness of swords. I love Swords and Wizardry. Absolutely love it. And choosing your character, creating your character, and choosing your classes. But what is the issue with OSR? Well, it has up and down haphazard rules, and it can be a bit discombobulating to somebody who's coming from 5th edition. It can be a bit discombobulating for them because I'm rolling a die 6, and on a 1 or 2 I'm finding a secret door. But if I'm or a 1 I'm finding a secret door, and on a 1 or 2 if I'm an elf I might find it, or 1, 2, 3 depending on the system. But I can check for traps and things if I'm a thief. And I can do that if I'm a fighter, but I'm rolling a different dice, and then I'm rolling under my ability score at this table, but at the other table I'm rolling. Some people would roll 3 die 6 under their ability score. And if you're an OSR player like me, and you're probably watching this because you are an OSR player or somebody who's at least familiar with the genre, you know what I mean. Love these games, all the love in the world for these games, but they can be confusing to people that are just starting, especially if they've come from a codified system, which is roll a die 20 and just roll high. And that's all you have to do. Roll that 20-sided dice and roll high, and we'll roll different dice for damage, but generally that's it. But what if you, like me, love the OSR style, but you appreciate some 5th edition mechanics, but you like the style of the OSR, you like this. Well, this is where the secret weapon, well, one of them, of the movement comes in. Have you tried Shadow Dark? Maybe Shadow Dark has only got 4 character classes. Not everybody likes Shadow Dark because it's too 5e-ish. It's too much 5e. But what if you want to get some people into the game, but want to ease them in? Well, this is what I would suggest. And I say what I'd suggest. Somebody commented on a video that I did a couple of videos ago. I think it was the one I did on why you should try 2nd edition as the game that you play if you want to try OSR style games. But they wrote on this, I wish I could remember your name, but please look at my 2nd edition video. Try Blood and Treasure. They said it's a great copy of 2nd edition 3.5 and maybe a bit of 5e and maybe a bit of 1e, and that's what it is. In fact, I'm going to read from the back for you now. It says, a complete fantasy game. Blood and Treasure is rules light, options heavy. Play your game your way. A plethora of character classes, all the classic fantasy races, hundreds of spells, hundreds of monsters in the companion volume, advice on running and designing adventures. What it is that 1st edition, 2nd edition feel with ability checks and things like that, and the class and how the classes are presented and everything like that. It's got those feelings of old school. You can see even the art's old school, and it has ability checks and barbarians having the same sort of feats that they used to have, same as it, like the cleric and everything like that. But they're brought up to date in a more modern way. So skill checks ability checks are generally done. So all ability checks, as you can see, have ability scores all have modifiers. You probably can't see that from here. And the +1, +2, +3. So like modern games, ability scores have modifiers. So when you want to roll for ability score, you can have a modifier against a target number. This suggests 18 most of the time. And you can add your level to checks if you're skilled with them in your class. So say you're a cleric and you're looking at something religious, and you might do a religion check. Well, in that case, what you're going to do is you're going to roll a wisdom check for religion, maybe, or an intelligence. Up to you as the DM. It's up to you totally. You're going to add your ability modifier, and you can also add your level to that. as whatever level you are, so you get more powerful with level progression. And that is good also, because you're not just stuck with a static bonus. Your level adds to your skills, and all classes get this, and some classes get it a bit better than others. But you don't have to do this, by the way. You don't have to. You can just roll under your ability score if you want. But what this does have in it is feats as well. So it has feats that you can give your characters. And there's a list of feats that you can give them, and you can give them every 4 levels, just like D&D or 3.3 or 3.5. There are feats. And there are also there's basically like a basic skills option in this as well, where you can have skills and you can get bonuses to rolls for certain skills if you want to. You don't have to do any of this. You can have this just as a basic OSR style game if you want, or you can use all the options available in here and create a mismatch of sort of OSR. Well, it is OSR, much more OSR than it is anything else, but with just those little tweaks that could make your players, when they come to the table, a little bit more interested in their options. And this is what I've often said in my videos, is that games like this, you get given certain abilities, but you're given them. You don't choose them, you're given them. On this, you are also given abilities at certain levels, but you get feats that you can slightly customize your character. And people, for longevity of games, like to be able to customize their characters, but the feats aren't stupid ones. They're not 5th edition feats, they're not 3rd edition feats, but they're just little customizable ways to bring your players into the fore and to make them feel a little bit more, I'm getting to choose this with my character, I'm getting this cool powers that I would have always gotten, but I'm getting something extra. And I think this is where Blood and Treasure, which is not very popular in the OSR Steam, and I think undeservedly so, is really good. We talk about games like Shadow Dark being OSR but 5e, but I've seen a few people dislike Shadow Dark. I like Shadow Dark. But this really is OSR style, but just with a tiny twist. It's like that little squeeze of lemon in the drink or something that you can just taste. And the squeeze of lemon in this case, the feats and some skills if you want them, and things like that. And I just think that this game is really good, and I'd love to run it. I'd really like to run it, see what people think of it. But it's just, yeah, and it's got everything you want from an OSR game, and it's just like so many options. Anyway, those are my thoughts. So if you are coming from a place of wanting to try OSR, but you want more options with it, this is brilliant. Utterly brilliant. Really is. It's wonderful. It is. If you just want to play OSR, you could still play this because you don't have to use the other options, to be quite honest. And you've still got some brilliant spells and scrolls and spells and options and things like that. It's still brilliant. If you really want to go old school, then yeah, buy this. Or if you really want to go in cheap, buy White Box. It's about £3 off Amazon. Physical copy. I think it's free if you go drive through RPG or most other places. It doesn't have anywhere near the options of this and nowhere near the detail in this or the character classes, but it's a cheap entryway. But as I was saying, if you want to get your players interested in that more OSR style, try that. Give it a look. Have a look for the PDF. The PDF is about $10, I believe, but it's a good game. It's a good game. And if you just want to play modern D&D and just stymie the DM with stupid powers, then keep playing 5e. Hooray! Anyway, that is my talk about Blood and Treasure this week. Thank you for watching the video. Give Blood and Treasure a go. If you've got any questions about Blood and Treasure, please ask them in the comments and I will strive to answer them. Until next time, have a good time and see you on the flip side. Bye.